setup makes more power than that.
So, intake or turbo guard, which one makes more horsepower on the dyno with an ESS or centrifugal supercharger on a Mustang GT? Well, I went ahead and took my ESS supercharged Mustang to obtain that answer straight to the dyno, and it's the answer is pretty common, or it's not going to be very surprising. So I have a 2020 Mustang GT as previously described. It is a stock motor car with a fuel system, oil pump gears, and a crankshaft sprocket, along with an ESS G3X and a Calimer MT82. So it is a built MT82. It is not a stock transmission, and I also have a uni-clutch track. If you guys don't know what the uni-clutch is, it's an awesome new clutch. It actually doesn't use the flywheel as a mating surface. It's awesome. If you all want a video on me explaining that and installing it, make sure to look at the right hand corner of the screen and I will drop it there. Regardless though, I took my 2020 Mustang GT straight to the dyno to obtain the results, and we did 2 dyno hits. They were back to back, no variables changed, and I just want to mention that we did this on a dyno jet. A dyno jet is considered a little bit more accurate than other methods of measuring horsepower on a dyno. A lot of people go to the Mustang dyno. They say it reads lower, it's the heartbreaker. But if you want something that's SAE accepted or universal, you go to a dyno jet. So that's what I went to, and I, in my personal opinion, think that the dyno jet is king. It is the most accurate measurement of horsepower. So of course there's going to be some people out there that are saying, oh, these are inflated numbers because it's not on a Mustang dyno. You've got a Mustang, you need to take it to a Mustang dyno. I don't think that's true. Ask any engineer what they think. Dyno jet is definitely the way to go. Anyways, getting back to the main point of the video, we ended up doing 2 hits on the dyno. No variables were changed whatsoever. 1 hit was done with the intake filter. We let the car cool down for about 2 minutes, and then we did another hit with the turbo guard.
So it made 854. So there's your answer. It definitely picked up power, 20 more wheel with the blower guard as opposed to the intake. I knew it would work because everyone was making videos about this.
Now, if you guys want to check out my turbo guard, it is from like Diesel Power Products. It's a velocity stack, so it almost is like a cone looking type of thing, and then it has a filter on top of it too. It's not just a regular blower guard that is just a mesh filter. It actually has a velocity stack, and I'll explain the advantages of the velocity stack or the engineering behind that a little bit later on. But anyways, you can see the filter right here. This is what we were using, and it picked up 20 wheel horsepower. So the first hit produced 850 horsepower to the rear wheels. Mind you guys, I was down 1 fuel pump, so that number is a little bit down because my twin 285 fuel pumps, I had an issue where one of them went out, and that maxes out right at about mid 800s with just one. So the car was pulling timing. It kind of like hit a wall. Didn't want to make more power past that, and I think that was at like 7,200 RPM. Anyways, if we had 2 fuel pumps, we would have been well over 900. Unfortunately, even with the filter guard, I did not get to make a dyno hit with 2 functioning fuel pumps. I fixed this problem 3 days later after ordering a new fuel pump. So both of those dyno hits with the filter and the turbo guard with the velocity stack were done down on a fuel pump. On the first hit, it made 850, second one 870, for a total gain of around 20 wheel horsepower. I mean, we went from 853 to 873. You can see it on the screen. That's a good gain. And I basically hypothesize, or basically the common, I guess, conclusion is that this is due to less restriction. The air filter causes a lot of restriction, and you lose about a pound of boost. When you do take the filter off and you run a turbo guard or a mesh guard, whatever you want to call it, you do pick up 20 wheel horsepower. So there's your proof right there. Nothing changed. It was done at the same time of day. No other excluding influencing variables. I mean, it all remained the same. And we stayed on the same dyno correction as well, which was like smoothing 5, I think it's called. Not entirely sure if I'm correct with that, but Here's your answer. You gain 20 wheel horsepower by taking the filter off. Now, I did mention a velocity stack earlier on because that's what my TurboGuard filter was like. Has a velocity stack, which is a bell mouth design. Well, what does this do? It reduces air turbulence and increases airflow. It's very simple to understand, and it looks kind of like a trumpet. So it looks cool. At the same time, it also drags in more air because you're reducing turbulence of air. So on that note, if you guys enjoyed this video, please remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and definitely make sure to see this car hit the 9s. That's the goal. David Van Norris from Coyote Direct has the record right now. He's running a 9.4 with an ESS manual car. I'm gonna try and beat that record. So let's go ahead and do it.